Welcome to directing. My name's Tommy Dennis. I think we already know that. What we're going to be talking about today is directing types. First off, I want you all to think about right now about what you think a director is. There's many definitions out there. I hope at some point you're going to form your own, and maybe one day I'll be teaching it in this class. That's what I'm hoping that you make a mark. There's a lot of definitions for it. Mine is a film director determines what now means within the confines of the frame. That's my favorite one. So let's talk about directing types. I think there's really only two types. You might fall into one of these, you might fall into both of them. If you fall into both, that's great. An actor's director usually has started out as an actor and has transitioned into directing. That's true with a lot of Hollywood celebrities. For examples, you got Mel Gibson started out that way. He was an actor first. He understands story, he understands performance, but he kind of lacks in the technical aspects, so he's going to need a director of photography to always help him. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help as a director. You got the whole movie on your back, ask for it. You got good people surrounding you. That's the key, is to make sure you get good people surrounding you that are going to protect you and your vision. Remember, at the end of the film, you still get credit for director. And at the end of the film, if it's a bad film, you have to say that, well, it was my problem. But if it's a great film, you say, we all did good. So you see Woody Allen's in there. You saw Ron Howard. You've seen Rob Reiner, who all basically started out acting. And now they're considered actors, directors. The next person I want to talk about is called the technical director. Technical director usually started out working on their way in the camera crew as an AC, first AC, second AC, camera op, all the way up to DP, director of photography, who's in charge of the whole camera department and lighting. They're very good. They know everything about f-stops. They know everything about the technical side of filmmaking, but they usually need some help from either a dialogue coach, or they do their real job, which is to cast the film properly with good actors that really don't need a lot of direction. A lot of actors don't want a lot of direction. A lot of them, there's a couple types of actors too. We'll get into that later. But as you see in front of you, there's a lot of technical directors. James Cameron, who made one of the finest movies ever, I think, in Titanic. But he cast it right, and he had some dialogue coaches, a good script supervisor. And he had a lot of people helping him out. George Lucas, of course. I don't know if anybody's heard the stories about him, but they're funny anecdotes that you could hear about him on Star Wars. He basically treated the actors just like the toys that he ended up creating for the movie. Alfred Hitchcock is known as telling an actor one time when they asked him, "What's my motivation in this scene, man?" And he looked at him and he said, "Well, your paycheck is do the damn scene and shut up." I hope that none of you ever have to say that. I hope to God none of you ever say that to an actor, and hopefully after this class you won't have to. One of my favorite filmmakers, Stanley Kubrick, who actually loved actors. The only problems that they had with him is directing is very ephemeral, and making a movie is at the end it's over. And his movies were so powerful, and everybody got together and got along so well that afterward he wouldn't talk to him anymore, and it kind of bothered a lot of them. The thing you need to do is marriage of the two types, which basically means take the actor's director, take the technical director, combine them together. At some point there should be a beautiful marriage where they come together and have a long lasting love affair or marriage. If you're not either one of these right now, that's okay. That's why we're here in film school, and that's what helps us. I want you to find who you think you are, what type you are, and how you want to grow. That's going to be in discussion 1 for your post. Martin Scorsese is one of those directors, man, and women. He is a fantastic, went to NYU, studied under a great professor whose name was Haig Manoogian. Francis Ford Coppola out at UCLA. Wonderful job. His films, definitely, you can see that he understands both sides of the craft. The acting, performance, storytelling, and the camera work. Steven Spielberg on the same hand. He can direct an actor, yet he can pull focus if he wanted to. So these are just a couple. I hope you study up on this and kind of check out what you can. But what's in common with all these, or the marriage of the two types? They all went to film school, just like you're doing right now. All right. We'll be talking later. Have fun. Thank you.